But he sent Jesus because Jesus is the gospel. We are given the commission to spread Jesus, the gospel. If we take the verses literally, then we cannot If we take the verses literally, then we cannot change the Great Commission to booting the computer Jesus reading our BFF. Because they would probably think that laborers and the harvest are real fields and real crops and farmers, or think that sowing seeds or throwing seeds on the floor. The topic is only about spreading the gospel effectively, and only people with burden for lost souls would post verses. My father is not just posting verses for the heck of it. He has Jesus in him and wants to share. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him will not perish but have everlasting life. The verse itself states that Jesus came. Why do we need to explain it? We are living today in the digital age. We're not living back in the Stone Age or the Ice Age. We're living in the digital age. Majority of all of you have Facebook, a TV in your house, a phone, or some sort of technology that you're constantly using. Times have changed, but the gospel hasn't, and it never will. For those of you who think that traditional media is better, you can take the cross, walk across the United States, and preach. But how many of us would? Back in the olden days, to copy Bibles, people would write it by hand. Then the printing press was invented, and that became the new thing of how they copy Bibles. Now, we have it digitally in our hands, 300 different versions. It's almost as if God created the gospel for us. God created the digital world for us to spread the gospel. He only had to give someone the knowledge to create the internet and to create Facebook. He saw that if God can make a stone talk if we do not. He saw that we weren't going and preaching, so he created the social media world. Jesus came to the earth and changed the way things were. He was using the current media at that time. Jesus could walk on water, but he used boats to travel everywhere. He was using what was available at that time. Never has there been such an availability and ease with such a form of mass communication. Web pages which contain any sort of spiritual message that we choose can cost nothing to create, and they can be launched by anyone all over the world. Jehovah's Witness people, they're trying to spread the gospel traditionally. They can't. They're going door to door giving out pamphlets. People slam the door in their faces and throw the pamphlets on the ground. If it's not working for them, how can it work for us? One of my friend's mother was in and out of rehab, came home drunk every night. One day, she was on Facebook. Someone, anonymous religious webpage, posted on her Facebook wall. She just ignored it because it was religious and she didn't want to read it. The next day, same person posted another thing. So she thought, okay, I'll read it this time. She read it, and it got her thinking, maybe there is a God, maybe there is someone who loves me. Next day, same thing happened again. And instantly, she accepted Jesus, and she fell on the floor and cried out, "Forgive me, Jesus." See, the thing is, social media is always there. The posts that people post, the verses that people post, it's always there. You can always go back to it. And the person who's posting it is hidden. A preacher comes, and you don't really like them. You don't want to listen to them. You're not going to listen to them. With social media, you don't see the person at all. You don't know who they are. And you can easily accept what they're saying. Many people are teaching the traditional way. But in 2,000 years, you would think that if it worked, the majority of the world should be Christian. However, not people walk what they talk. People will ask, where's the God of Jacob? But the real question is, where are the Jacobs of God? They'll ask, where's the God of Moses? But the real question is, where are the Moses of God? See, the thing is that the gospel hasn't changed, but we have. The traditional ways may seem to be more effective, but it's not. It's not reaching people. We need to realize that there's something wrong with that. Therefore, social media is more effective in spreading the gospel. We should use the gifts that God gives us. God gave us the gift of social media. We should proclaim to the world that He is our true Savior.